All right, we're live. How you going, everybody? Good to see you. CautionFun here, alongside my partner in crime, the Mudman.
And we're excited to bring you another round of the TST Tournament, sponsored by the one and only Super Nerd. Today we've got CopperPitch versus Lion Unchained. It should be a battle of the ages.
Oh man, I am so excited. I do wonder what we'll see out of our competitors today. I do know that Lion is often pretty comfortable running those value-oriented mid-range / late-game decks. We'll see what he decides to bring against CopperPitch. Just two real heavyweights in the Gods Unchained content creation community battling it out in the second round. This feels like it should be like a semifinal matchup.
Yeah,
but
honorary semifinal. And I think one thing that's important to note is both these players are well known for being very methodical in their gameplay. Both of them go through all potential outcomes before making their potential plays. So this may take a long time, but you can be confident that every play that's made, they thought about a whole lot.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, and it looks like CopperPitch is live. Let's get this refreshed and full screened right after the ad to support the channel. Am I not subscribed?
Ooh, this is a bad look for you, Cautious.
This is such a bad look for me. Oh man, I'm a bad podcast co-host. Speaking of which, check out Pods Unchained. New episode went up last night there. I've got a thing for that. Alrighty, so let's full screen this bad boy. And without further ado.
And it's the nature v nature matchup for the first game.
CopperPitch quick with the animal bond selection there.
Yeah, he's confident. He's been doing some practicing.
Love to see it.
The perfect mirror so far, Animal Bond v Animal Bond.
Ooh, I like the Mana Garmer inclusion.
Yeah, it's a cool card. Not a bad card. You just don't see it that often because nature has tons of great stuff to pick from.
Yeah, in this restricted format, though, it can definitely hold its own. Properly statted creature with upside. Love to see that.
Copper has a pretty decent opening hand.
Yeah, going second, I think I might have considered tossing the Skeleton Heavy there in favor of an Axe Woman or something along those lines, but Canopy Barrage is responsive enough. Just gotta cross your fingers you don't see that Marshwalker Shield Bearer opening.
Yeah, that'd be bad. But if Lion does just go with the Black Jaguar, Copper can Canopy Barrage that away, followed up by a Skeleton Heavy Shield Bearer, and then he'll have a creature that's too big for Canopy Barrage.
Fair play. I think he's thinking along the same lines as you there. Alright, there's the first piece, and avoids the second piece. And not taking any chances getting that Marshwalker out of there.
Yeah, you do not want that to get bought.
No.
Copper's going over the Relic Removal in the Sanctum. Really the only relevant Sanctum card, at least for the moment.
Ooh, so now here's a decision. Yeah, he's going to take the Axe Woman and Shield Bearer. Kill a thing, play two things.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The only possible punish would be like Flame Blade, which would still hurt Lion for 4 damage.
Yeah, not too bad. Or the Staff of Roots.
Staff of Roots works too.
Right on. You forget, Flame Blade being an epic core card, some of these newer players may not have one, let alone two.
That is very true. And that Walking Plant's going to heal Lion all the way back up to full when it dies.
Absolutely. So now, does CopperPitch extend with the Pip here, or does he want to save that to get up into the Pious Giant early? Ooh.
Yeah, well, now you might want to pip out that Bladefly. I was going to say the Pious Giant probably doesn't come down on curve because CopperPitch has no board and very little favor. But the Bladefly could change things up.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think I'd pip out the Bladefly here because you have a follow-up with God Power Skeleton Heavy.
Yeah, and that Bladefly is good. All 3 of those 2/2s are bigger than all of Lion's creatures.
And great minds think alike. So CopperPitch is out of pips, but did manage to retake the initiative despite going second. And let's see how Lion responds.
Yeah, the best way to deal with this would be like a Wildfire, but that would end up clearing Lion's board too and just put CopperPitch right back into the initiative spot.
Yeah, and same thing as Flame Blade. Those epic core cards a lot of these newer players might not have 2 in their collection just yet.
All right,
Vanguard
Axe
Axewoman,
Woman.
that's helpful in this situation for sure.
Next up, see if the Badger wants to trade.
Yeah, you gotta see where that goes.
Yep.
And it trades.
All right, and 2 out of the 3 Blade Flies are handled.
Real back and forth matchup. This is looking like it's going to come down to who picks up one of those high value mid-range cards that nature has access to. I see Fake Muse mentioning Jagstaff in the chat there. That'd
be very strong.
Definitely put somebody in the driver's seat.
And we are at 5 mana, so those Jagstaffs could come down at any moment.
Absolutely. That Bronze Servant is still out of reach for both players. One card that we haven't seen, I don't think, in any matches that we've had the privilege of covering is the Foreign Diplomat. I thought that would see a lot more play in this restricted format, just because in these mirror matches, in these evenly matched, board state oriented games, being able to get the first choice from the Sanctum can be incredibly important, and Foreign Diplomat helps facilitate that. And we do see the Jagstaff from Lion. That is big.
Yeah, that will be strong. Oh, and the Eagle plays. Okay. CopperPitch can deal with one of the Jaguars pretty easily, and then if he goes face, he can pick up the Bronze Servant.
Yes, he can.
Second Pious Giant is going to make CopperPitch a little bummed about picking up that Bronze Servant, but it's still probably the play.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to get rid of that second durability there.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a situation where Pious Giant comes down as a 6/6, but that's not as bad as it used to be because the hunt no longer exists for nature, or it does, but at 6 mana it's probably not going to see play, so the Pious Giant will probably live.
Yeah, I have to imagine it will. And as long as Lion isn't at 20 favor at that point to play his own Pious Giant as a 9/9, I would feel very comfortable playing a vanilla 6/6 for 6 mana.
Yep.
We have more relic removal in the Sanctum. Wonder if that'll be consequential at any point.
Probably. Either of these players could have a Selena's Bow. There could be a second Jaguar Staff or a first Jaguar Staff or CopperPitch. Nature has some really premium relics. CopperPitch giving us a treat with the card art.
True professional.
Yeah, you can tell he's been here before. And Lion going with the biggest creature strategy, that is going to be hard for CopperPitch to deal with. Firewine is interesting. I don't know if you want to play it, but it's also the only card he can play.
That is an interesting inclusion.
It just doesn't do very much, but his alternative is just God Power and hope everything goes face. Yeah, it looks like CopperPitch has to just God Power. That's unfortunate. Hopefully,
does he Firewine to trade?
He could. Ugh. He says no.
Fair play.
I assume he's just hoping that the Overgrown Rhino goes face and CopperPitch can plop down one of those Pious Giants and have the new biggest creature. Yep, and he's showing he wants to go face.
So Lion maxes out at 18 favor here. So if he does have his own Pious Giant, it would still have to come down as a vanilla 6/6.
Yep.
But nevertheless, hey, tempo 6/6 on 6 mana in this restricted format can
Well, Lion just has a Canopy Barrage,
definitely
and
still
now
be
he's
useful.
set up for next turn if he has a Pious Giant.
Absolutely. Ooh, the
And
ornery
a goat.
Oh,
And a Drider, okay.
splitting wide.
Yeah, Lion has created a large board. He only has one card in hand, so sort of
Oh.
unlikely that he has the Pious Giant, but this Jagstaff is very large.
That's helpful.
Kill off the biggest creature or kill off the most warded creature. So CopperPitch is hoping that the Overgrown Rhino kills itself on his Jaguar.
Yes, indeed. Or the goat, for that matter.
Yeah, both of them are high priority kills.
Now Lion has a decision to make. Does he take and play the relic remove?
Oh, he has
organic.
his own.
Oh, wow, that is huge. Buffing up the Overgrown Rhino to 6 attack handles that Pious Giant on curve for sure. CopperPitch already leaning towards the concede button. I don't think it's that dire of a situation.
He's just baiting us.
Has to be.
Oh, what a showman. I'm sure he was hoping the Chiron buff would hit the 3/3 so it can make the value trade. Because, Lion doesn't know that CopperPitch is sitting on 2 unbuffed Pious Giants.
Fair play.
Alright, so the Hind is not doing much. CopperPitch is going to have to play this Pious Giant. It's just very answerable if that Overgrown Rhino wants to do what Lion tells it to.
Yeah, Lion has a lot of options on the table here.
And that's the first Pious Giant down.
Handled with aplomb. Wow.
Another Overgrown Rhino.
Big follow-up.
That is the end of Lion's hand, but he has quite a powerful board. These cards are not going to help CopperPitch, not at all.
No, it's got to be another Vanilla Giant and the Marshwalker, right?
Yep, and then hope the creatures kill themselves on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that Firewine is
it might as well not even be in his hand.
Looking like a dead card, yeah. Absolutely at this point. Although, I mean, if he can stick the Giant Firewine and attack one of these 2/1s, he can hope for a good spread.
Yeah, that's very true.
Not sure if he runs Wildfires or Enchanted Vines, or maybe even the Hunt. But he's definitely going to need something to help him recapture control of this board here. If Lion has a high value creature in hand right now, that could be problematic for CopperPitch.
Alright, and the Chiron finishes it off.
It's a pretty decent outcome from Copper's perspective, I think. Pick up 3 favor, take out his biggest threat.
Yeah, maybe Lion buys something from the Sanctum and turns on CopperPitch's Reef Raider.
Yeah, I think he's too far behind for that even. I mean, he could swing with this Eagle here and take the 6 mana Ghoul out of the Sanctum there. Still be ahead on favor. Those Ornery Goats are doing a great job of locking out Copper.
Yeah, CopperPitch can play all his creatures, but it's just not enough.
No choice but to do so.
Hovering over that concede button again.
Such an itchy trigger finger.
Looks like CopperPitch is in it for the long haul.
The Axwoman comes down, takes out the hide. Now.
That was the clincher.
Okay.
Lion Unchained did have some pretty outstanding top decks. His hand was empty for a while, and he was picking up playable cards every turn.
Absolutely, yeah. That was an interesting first game. Love seeing it start out with the mirror match.
Also, quick aside, this Eagle vs. Badgers screen is really cool.
Yeah, no, this graphic, very, very professional. Much wow.
I don't know how it's moving like that. They're just pictures.
Eagle versus Badger is a casual, free-to-enter, fun and entertaining event that CopperPitch runs every single week. Make sure you visit his Discord and check that out. Sign up. You win yourself some stars. Hey, what the hell? You might as well, right? If you're free on Thursday nights.
Oh, and the camaraderie.
Oh, and the camaraderie. I had the honor of being. What team was I? Do you remember? Was I Eagles? Yeah, I was Eagles. I had the honor of being captain of Team Eagle.
I was the captain of Team Badger for the very first Badgers vs. Eagles.
Oh man, yeah, no,
we both won. Goes without saying.
Goes without saying, Rusty. what is that effect called? Parallax.
Moving
I know
picture.
this one, and I know it because of Copper. Big shouts to Copper for helping expand my vocabulary.
I don't know.
Which
I
is
think
a
this
word
is a
that
gift.
means a bunch of words put together.
Word soup.
Oh man, Copper only mentioned it 10 times in that one podcast. He loves parallax. It's like one of his favorite words. We also got the opportunity to ask game director Chris Clay when parallax, and his answer may surprise you. Huh?
Tune in to that episode of Pods Unchained for the answer.
Yeah, all the episodes. Why not? I think he will switch, but I am wrong 50% of the time. Fair play, fake muse. Self-awareness is important. I appreciate that. It will be interesting to see. Does Copper decide to stick with nature, knowing that it is no longer an option for Lion? If I had to guess from an outsider, third-party perspective, I feel like Lion is likely to run War in this upcoming game, which nature can certainly hang against. I do wonder if he might consider a switch to something like aggro deception, maybe even a death deck, just try to race him.
Yeah, if I was CopperPitch, or if I was in a position where I lost the first match, I think you have to be pretty pressured to switch. You know your opponent will be switching, and I would assume that my opponent will be picking a deck that's good against the deck I just played. So that that's my basic mindset.
Bonk. Lion took game 1 there, so Copper in the hole. But I don't know. I'm confident. Copper has not had. We'd be remiss if we didn't touch on this. Copper has not had the best luck in TS tournaments so far.
You could go as far to say he's had horrible luck.
Yes, you could. So I've alluded to it on the pod, and in private and public. I'm really hoping for this to be CopperPitch's redemption arc of sorts. I know it's favoritism, etc., whatever, but just really hoping to see. He's such a good host and organizer of tournaments. I'd love to see some success on his end as a participant. Fake Muse said it best. This is a tough first round draw for Copper. Yeah, we were saying like this feels more like a quarterfinal, semifinal match than a round 2 matchup. But that's just the way the popcorn pops. Am I right?
Yeah, no matter who you're rooting for, feel free to shove out your CopperPitch emotes and your Lion emotes in the chat. Show everybody what side you're rooting for.
Oh yeah, agree wholeheartedly. I gotta say, I love this Badger versus Eagle screen, but I am excited to see the second game.
Yes.
Hopefully before long there.
Business Sox roots for TST, an excellent third choice.
We've got some Copper hype and Lion hype.
Wow, it's split right down the middle.
Who did that emote first? Who did the hype emote first? Because somebody's teetering on the line of copyright infringement, if you ask me. I don't know how these things work.
No, there's no rules. If you wanted to right now, you could go to CopperPitch's Discord and add one of his faces to your emotes and use it.
I can?
Yep. I've thought about it a whole bunch of times.
Sounds like a little weekend project from my perspective.
If CopperPitch wins this whole tournament, I'll turn all my emotes into different CopperPitch faces for one day.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Might as well spill some of my favorites in the chat. Gotta acknowledge the Crumpy Gold Lad. I think the hype emotes were first done by other non-GU streamers. Gotcha, okay.
Wrong, GU's always first.
Oh, here's a great one. Can't argue with that. Black Gaston, absolute legend.
Very nice, very nice.
Those emotes are so funny. And of course, I know a lot of people love the Mudstache emote. I am a massive fan of the mud misplay.
Yeah, personally, I really like the mud misplay one too.
Hey, look at that, Pebbles.
When I made that on Microsoft Word, I went, "Ooh, this is a good one."
I need this on a mug. I already got my Jumping Pebbles mug. I know you have a Pebbles Heartwave mug.
I do indeed.
And I need a mud misplay mug. Mug misplay.
Ooh, a working title.
Easy clap. Mudstache Angel Wings. Love to see that.
Oh, here we go.
And we're back. Game 2 of this round 2.
The buff broccoli emote I've never seen before. That one's fantastic.
I'm guessing that's a Funkmaster Hutch special.
Yep.
Wow. Well
That's
met
cool.
to him.
All right, but we got CopperPitch going death against war. But what type of war? Enrage war. Okay.
Soulburn Death versus Enrage War. This is a matchup we have not seen so far. CopperPitch going second again with a removal spell.
And he really wants you to see he's going second. Circling that 4 a whole bunch of times.
For sure. In an aggro v aggro matchup in this limited format, that can be super consequential. I do wonder if he doesn't want to search for an Axewoman, send that skeleton heavy, but
goes for the full keep. The Blight Bomb is really great going second.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking like either a 1-drop to follow that up on turn 1 or an Axewoman to combine with that Shield Bearer there. Oh, that's a Blight Bomb target if I've ever seen one. Whew.
Man, I may not have a ton of experience with this exact format, but I've played a lot of aggro death games against a lot of Enrage, and I feel pretty favored against Enrage most of the time as death.
That was an interesting decision.
Yeah, it looks like CopperPitch drew the Cruel Overseer and said, I'd like to take 3 damage at least once. So he's going to lower his health a little bit and then deal with that Spring Bloom Hunter next turn. And
yeah, but he could enrage that out of Blight Bomb range.
Yeah, that's very questionable.
Wow.
Not enraged. CopperPitch is pretty lucky.
Yeah, so you have to Blight Bomb that, follow up the Skeleton Heavy or the Axewoman.
Yeah, I have to say you play both. Killed the Tavern Brawler and the Spring Bloom and you're good to go. Guess he's thinking about the Skeleton Heavy instead.
I wouldn't soul burn here. I don't think you can afford to play that passively.
Yeah, it's between Skeleton Heavy or Axewoman, that's for sure.
Agreed. The Skeleton Heavy does get traded away by an enraged Tavern Brawler or Wild Hog. So yeah, I would heavily lean towards the Vanguard Axewoman to take out that 2/2.
Definitely.
Oh, but he goes the passive route.
Alright, he's gonna be at 15 health very soon.
That's a risky play.
There's the Enrage.
Operating under the bend but don't break premise.
Oh, that's a big deadly arsenal.
Wow.
That Tavern Brawler does not die anymore, but CopperPitch is at that coveted 15 or less health mark. Very rarely you get 15 health on turn 3 for the on-curve Overseer.
I don't think you can drop it here,
It's not very good. It just gets killed by anything.
Yeah, you gotta Axewoman away at least that 4/1. And then I would follow up with a Skeleton Heavy. But he's going with the Overseer. Maybe he's going to Shield Bearer it afterwards?
Even a Shield Bearer means he just enrages the 4/1 and kills it anyway.
Yeah. And you can't afford to drop down to 4 health this early.
Yeah, I'd want to kill off a little bit more Alliance board and then plop down the Cruel Overseer for a big tempo swing.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm looking at both the 2-drops. Well, the Skeleton Heavy and the Axewoman.
Alrighty.
He's got to buff it to force the Enrage. Alright, and here we go. Whole bunch of 1/1s.
So now Lion has a decision to make here. If that Wild Hog goes face, I mean, pushing Copper to 4 health this early on could, that could be a game-winning decision there.
Yeah, we can see in CopperPitch's hand, he only has the Priest for a minimal amount of healing, but from Lion's perspective, Copper could have Return to the Caves. He might be thinking CopperPitch is going to go right back up to full, and this board's going to be too much for him to handle.
Yeah, quick decision point for Lion here. Also depends what he's got. That Tamed Mammoth, the 4-mana 3/5 that gets stronger when your friendly creatures take damage. I mean, that could be a solid play here.
Yeah, that card gets out of hand fast.
Looks like he's going to try to push.
I think that one's going to trade.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
fair play, fair play, fair play.
Now he has 2 cards in hand. Are any of them playable?
I'd have to imagine.
Drider. Okay. That's a decent pickup.
Yes, indeed.
The Axewoman is very good. I wonder if he goes for the value trade over the Drider, right? And then he uses 2 of the 1/1s to kill the big creature.
That's how I'd go about it for sure. And I think I would drop the Acolyte as well.
Yeah.
With the idea of,
yeah, either you trade it to death next turn or you make Lion Kill. Yeah, just putting it on the board is a good move.
agreed. Alrighty, so this is where Copper makes his last stand here.
Yeah, Lion's hand is very small, and CopperPitch has one of the strongest death creatures in Possessed Acolyte on the board. That's how the Death Zoo games often come down to Death falls behind, and then they have a huge tempo swing on the back of these Possessed Acolytes.
Absolutely. This format, you do have access to Return to the Cave and Fleshbind.
Yep. And just the Nibble, that kind of stuff as well. But those are, and the Priest as CopperPitch has in hand.
For sure.
Lion takes the Bronze Servant, so he must have maybe Red Fume Serums in hand. Evidently, they're not creatures.
Yeah, it must be little to nothing.
The front line is also quite good.
Yes, indeed.
Yep,
yeah, I think I take the double trade.
Yep, make a 6/6, play some front lines, maybe a Skeleton Heavy, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like CopperPitch has swung the game. There's no way War is going to deal 10 damage with those 2 front lines available, so I don't think you need to heal. Skeleton Heavy is just much bigger than the Priest. Okay, or you heal.
Or you heal. 14 greater than 10. So Copper is now pushing 11. So theoretically 2-turn lethal. If all goes well.
And nothing outstanding in the Sanctum.
I mean, if Lion's hand is full of buff cards, that could pose problematic.
Oh, another Possessed Acolyte.
Wow. Okay. I think Copper can afford to take his time here. Trade away Lion's board. Yeah, drop his second Acolyte. Could even burn it himself if he so chose.
Yeah, he's really in the driver's seat here. That Trojan Battle Mage is so easily handled. CopperPitch has all those extra 1/1s. Skeleton Heavy gets killed easily. He's really eyeing that Mind Jolt, I guess, for card draw.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it. I would keep my favor and pick up the Briar if I need it. I'm just interested to see if he burns it or not. All right, and he's setting up for victory. Nice.
6 mana. So even a Tavern Brawler and Red Fume wouldn't even come close.
Nope.
To threatening Copper's health total. And he has more than enough damage on board at this point.
Yep, that was some textbook Death Zoo playing. He went second, let himself fall behind, and then swung the board very handily with his 15 or less health cards. Started with the Cruel Overseer and ended it with the 2 Possessed Acolytes.
Yeah, finding both of his Possessed Acolytes in his first 10 cards. Insanely clutch there. And Veteran Hoplite subscribing on Copper's channel. Always supporting the community. Big shouts to Veteran Hoplite. Great guy.
That might be the energy CopperPitch needs to win this game 2 and 3.
Oh, yeah. The adrenaline. That dopamine rush when you get a sub. It's always great.
You can save your sub for later.
It's going to be a long tournament. We'll be back with more streams, guaranteed. I'm just so happy to be a part of this right now.
Yeah, so far every game that we've showed has been fantastic. Oh, and MCell with the subscription, making the dreams a reality.
MCell, that's high praise. Thank you so much for the support, my dude. Very much appreciate it. Coming in hot with the Twitch Prime sub.
That is not good enough. Looks like CopperPitch has won this game too.
Alrighty. We have evened it up at 1 game apiece in this round 2 honorary semifinal between Lion and CopperPitch. Oh boy, this is a dream scenario. That is awesome. So now, Copper.
Does he go back to nature?
Does he go back to nature? Does he pick something out of left field? I mean, we saw some success yesterday with some unorthodox deck choices. I do wonder how many decks you'd come prepared with. And this is CopperPitch's first matchup in this tournament so far. He was a high enough seed to get a first round bye. Oh wait, yeah. Thank you for Bonk for reminding us.
History is made. CopperPitch has won his first match in TST tournament history.
And we got to witness it. This is why you wake up early at 3 p.m.
Yes.
It's for moments like this. Oh, that's fantastic. First match. Oh yeah. See, a lot of these folks weren't around during the first couple TS tournaments there. Yeah, no, Copper has participated in.
This is the third.
This is his third TS tournament he's participated in. The first one had, there were 6 group match games, group round matchups.
He lost all of them.
Yeah, he went 0-6. Just a really, really rough run of, draws and matchups. You ever have one of those days where literally nothing goes your way?
Every single step you take stubs your toe.
Yep, it was one of those. And the second one was a quick bracket-style tournament, best 2 of 3, and dropped the first round 0-2 there. So
it's a brand new day for CopperPitch and CopperPitch fans everywhere. He's taking the W. He might even win Game 3.
Yeah, he's torn the shackles off. It is now Copper Unchained. And I can't imagine anything's holding him back from picking up this second victory here, although I'm willing to bet that Lion wants to win as well.
Oh yeah, Lion definitely wants to win. Lion Unchained hates losing, loves winning.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who wants it.
Excellent commentating, Booger.
Thank you. That is my best talking head impression there.
Yeah, Lion Unchained fans love Lion Unchained.
Thanks, John Madden. Yeah, you get it. Absolutely. Yeah,
Momentum.
Yep. It was Booger in the booth. Latter years John Madden, absolutely. John Gruden as well. You remember when he wasn't a coach and instead he was a talking head?
Oh, he was a great talking head. Not the greatest coach.
Oh, not the greatest at all. Knock on wood if you're with me.
Ugh.
That guy. Better suited to be like a
talking head.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like you remember
Veteran Hoplite with the subscription. Much appreciated, Veteran Hoplite.
Veteran Hoplite is just making it rain subs in all of the channels. Thank you so much for the support, my dude. Very much appreciate it. Swinging around to Copper stream and our stream, and that is a 6-month streak for Veteran Hoplite.
Half a year in some places.
Infallible. Thank you, my dude. Very much appreciate it. Community legend right there. Yeah, man. Wow. Alrighty. I'm tingling. I'm finally starting to feel awake between the caffeine, the dopamine, and the adrenaline rush I'm going through right now. I'm itching to play. Is it too late for me to sign up for the TS tournament?
It's too late to sign up, but luckily for you, we have this outstanding Game 3 between the CopperPitch and the Lion. Who will come out on top and who will go home very sad?
Oh man, hey, it's free to enter tournament, so You could say this, you could argue the stakes aren't that high.
The stakes
but
have
hey,
never been higher.
At the end of the day, we have between the prediction games in the Discord and the prize pool for the participants, we have well over $1,000 in prizes to give away. Big shouts to Super Nerd, big shouts to Immutable, big shouts to Acidio and the Hive Gaming community. Big shouts to Sigatorius or Saltorius, lead dev of gustakes.gg, and a couple of TS teammates, Bonk, Business Socks, Apollo, contributing to the prize pool as well. Just a really well-rounded effort on all fronts, and yeah, just so stoked to be hosting the tournament again. I'm really excited for it.
It's very exciting for sure.
Going great so far.
Just quick aside, did you have any idea the Eagles had those like little hair horns?
Nope.
Oh, okay. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Oh, interesting. So maybe
CopperPitch is in the queue.
Challenge code mishap. 420. Interesting. Has Lion gone MIA? Had a first taste of defeat? Got scared?
You gotta think he's just in the bathroom, doing his taxes, quick smoke break.
Yeah. And now is a prime opportunity for Copper to do his taxes, if he so chooses to go that route.
I think Lion is icing CopperPitch. CopperPitch is walking on the air right now, just won his first game. Lion's gonna make him stew in it.
Oh yes, Fake Muse does bring up a great point. The winner gets a 1-of-1 NFT trophy, aka a TS trophy.
Wow.
There are only 2 in existence at this point, held by our inaugural TS tournament champion, the Nacho Samurai, and Team Mythic's very own Ravan, who took home the TST Highlander tournament. And yeah, third one up for grabs this time around. If you want to check those out, you can head on over to OpenSea and just type in TS Trophy, and it should bring up the TS Trophy collection.
CopperPitch, always the showman.
The consummate
Figured
professional.
out a way to conversate even without a voice.
That is awesome. Not much, Copper. How is your day going?
He's just chilling.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here covering it. Absolutely, yeah, like he does. Streaming Monday,
says hi.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Check out his YouTube channel. There's Meta Mondays. Is there a time limit? Should we impose one? Maybe now is time for a poll in the chat there.
If the queue exceeds 1 hour, that's where I draw the line.
Lion took a long break against Ugor and Madness of the Gods. Interesting. Trying to scope out the competition, maybe. This is interesting.
So according to Fake News, this is his MO. Maybe he is icing his opponents.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. Maybe I'll shoot him a message in the Discord. And no word yet.
Well, as an ex-cigarette smoker, I can tell you the average cigarette takes 7 minutes and 30 seconds to smoke. That's real. So if he was smoking a cigarette, he should be back any second now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Gotta wonder if he's waiting for that 6-minute delay to expire. Try to get some intel on Copper's decision going into the game here.
Well, it looks like we're in.
Had to run out and buy a new keyboard after double possessed acolyte.
Yeah.
Fair play. Yeah, maybe just unbound rage.
And looks like Copper goes back to nature and Lion is picking light.
Have we seen light yet this tournament?
Not that we broadcast. Although earlier in the chat, Natamale said light was very popular, so maybe we should get used to it.
Interesting enough. And Copper finally going first and picking up probably the most responsive hand he's had in this matchup so far. Pretty excellent start just at face value there.
Yeah, the Black Jag's really good. The Fey Flame Blade's really good. Axwoman's never bad. It's not fantastic against Light, what with Light's Levy existing. But, Axwoman gets her job done the second you play it, so very passable hand. That's a full keep for CopperPitch.
Agreed. Yeah, pipping into that Black Jag and having multiple options to swing into your opponent's board on turn 2 is...
He's got the Wild Hog now.
Definitely a nice option. Yeah, I think I would go 2 mana, 2+1.
That sounds fair.
As far as playing out this opening here.
There is some merit to the Wild Hog now, just because it can't be levied yet. That being said, I think the Black Jaguar is just substantially stronger. It kills Olympian Guards. Olympian Guard's something you have to expect to see early.
Agreed. Yeah, not a mile. Gotta drop Jag.
Yeah, there's no
Light
answers.
has no answer.
And he's indecisive. Alright, he goes with the Black Jaguar.
I wonder if he's reading the chat. Roping on turn 1. Yeah, BM.
Maybe he just wanted to rope Lion because Lion roped him during the queue. CopperPitch can be very petty.
Oh, this is great. We've got a snipe sesh here in game 3 of this round 2 matchup.
Better in Hot Blade. That's unexpected.
Hot dog. Alrighty, so do you clean this up with the Fey Flame? Use the Fey Flame, take out that 3-2.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Swing with the Jag.
Yep.
Wherever it goes, nobody knows, but...
Yeah, if the Jag can hit the Shield Bearer, that'd be great. If it goes face, whatever. Alright.
Easy enough.
Now CopperPitch has a nice strong 3-3 and the Relic equipped. Definitely in a good spot right now.
He's got the 2+1 follow-up on 3 mana, Overrun Rhino on 4, which is tough for Light to deal with unless they run Imperious Smite, but that's 4 mana for 4 mana and doesn't do anything for your board, so...
Yeah, that's just even.
Without knowing what's in Lion's hand, it's looking pretty decent for Copper.
Yeah, and there just aren't very many 2-mana cards for Light that stand up to Black Jaguar. Olympian Guard just dies. Any of the 1-mana relics, or I guess just the 1-1-mana relic is not good enough to deal with the Black Jaguar. Devoted Follower would be pretty good here.
Just takes out by the Fey Flame Blade.
I take it back, Devoted Follower would be awful. It would deal 6 damage to CopperPitch's face.
Yeah.
But nothing is dealing with this Black Jaguar is the point.
Exactly.
Those just get soaked up by the blade or the regen, whatever Copper wants.
Wow, yeah. Do you hold on to the Chiron, expecting a relic at some point during the game?
I'm less interested in a relic, and I'm wondering if he wants to play the Wild Hog first to make it too big to Light's Levy, or if he just wants to make this a 4-4.
Looks like the 4-4. And the Vanguard Axewoman. Take out 1 with the relic, 1 with the Axewoman.
I like using the relic for both so that Lion's Axewoman can't counterkill Copper's Axewoman, but it's very minimal.
Yeah, saving the relic durability would help you take out his 2-1 Axewoman unless he heals it up.
That's true.
It's not a great tempo play for Lion either way. And now it's a lower value target to Light's Levy.
Yep.
Yeah, that Famished Ghoul would actually be a pretty solid pickup.
Yeah, the Sanctum's looking very decent. The Crystal Rain is a little meh, but the Famished Ghoul and the Ogre are both good, especially that Famished Ghoul. It's not an Ogre, it's Orcish.
Right. I was going to say, Ogre-ish Elite? Fake News, not a huge fan of Olympian Guard in this format, to be honest. Interesting. I think going first, pipping it out on turn 1 is still a super solid play. Oh, and the smite comes down, takes out that 4/4 jag.
Yeah, but that means the Rhino is safe.
Absolutely.
Bladefly is also interesting. It's technically more damage.
Yeah, and light does not like wide boards.
Yep. And there's that 6-mana spell that kills things that are 3/3 or higher. And those Bladeflies are smaller.
I like the Bladefly here and then follow up with that Famished Ghoul and a Wildhawk next turn.
Yeah, that Bladefly does do a really great job in accumulating favor, much more than the Rhino.
Alrighty, so a dominant board state for Copper. Lion is definitely on the back foot here. Still 20 favor away from that Crystal Rain.
Yeah, and if Lion was able to get favor for that Crystal Rain, it means he cleared CopperPitch's board to do it, in which case the Crystal Rain wouldn't matter anymore. It's just a bad spot for Lion in general.
Yes, indeed.
At least the Chiron's dead.
That's big.
Professor with the quick meow.
Professor is everywhere.
All right, that's a strong Bardalus.
That's a big bard.
Yeah, behind the Blind Martyr to buff up its health. That's a big deal.
Yes, indeed. I think I'm still sticking with the original idea of following up here with that Famished Ghoul and Wild Hog.
Yeah, I like the Famished Ghoul. If he plays the Famished Ghoul, I'd like to see if Copper tries to kill the Bardalus with his 3/2/2s. It's going to be hard because of the confusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
They might have made that decision for him right there. Still going face despite that. That's a tough ask. I think I would have, after the one hit the Bardalus, I think I'd have tried to take it out with priority because of Lion's God Power there. He could just, sneak some value trades in and keep healing it up. But
if he does want to heal his Bardalus to kill off the Overgrown Rhino, it'll have its health will be low enough for CopperPitch to be able to kill it easily.
Yeah.
And looks like Lion's hand is empty, so he's putting everything in this Bardalus basket.
For sure. Tied on health. Copper ahead on board.
And even hand sizes.
This is a tight round 2, game 3 match right here.
Yeah, and it was looking very CopperPitch favored until Lion dropped this big Bardalus. It's still looking CopperPitch favored, but that Bardalus is nothing to sneeze at.
Lion making his way towards a ward board.
Yeah, you can see the Devoted Follower recently buffed. Now it's got the ward, much harder to kill.
He heals up the bard. Does he take out the Rhino?
I was thinking he'd kill something littler. Okay, he goes face.
Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or else he would have traded and then healed, because he only healed for 2. We would have missed 1 point of healing. Oh, and that's a dumb Bladefly. How does this Bladefly feel? And that's a genius.
There we go. Now, if you're Copper, are you hoping this Rhino hits the Bardalus? I think I am.
Yeah, I'd want to kill the Bardalus. If the Bardalus dies, then CopperPitch is ahead in every regard.
Yeah. Ornery Goat and Black Jag is not...
Yeah, not bad at all.
Bad. And Lion is still a ways away from picking up anything consequential from the Sanctum.
Yep. And even if Lion runs Purification Filter, he can't play it yet.
Yeah, still 1 turn off. And he would have to be in top deck God mode.
Yep, he has 1 card in his hand. What is the single best card he could play right now? Like another Blind Martyr and then hope everything that's confused kills itself against Bardalus?
I think trading the Bard into the Goat and
except a Levy, not
an
bad.
Imperious Smite would have probably been the best case scenario, but either way, I'm not sure. I think he still trades away the Goat, heals back up the Bardalus. But that would leave 12 on board for Copper. So if all of his creatures behave, could stumble into lethal here. Yep, and he heals
heal the
Bard.
Bardalus.
Okay, so a bit of a risky play. Oh, one off. He could shield bearer this Orcish elite, take out the Bartolus, and then trade the 2/2 with the Axewoman there.
Yeah, which would have been a cool play. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ruthless.
Alright, so he couldn't kill the Bartolus guaranteed if he wants to.
Yeah.
With either the Orcish lead or just, his face and a creature.
Yeah, and then could put his opponent to 2.
That looks like what he's doing.
In that case. Well ahead on board.
Yep, and Lion has no hand. He can heal up a little bit. Doesn't have enough favor to buy anything consequential. Lion's going to need to pick up something outstanding to stay in this game.
Lysander? That doesn't
Lysander
help.
would keep him... Nope, wouldn't even keep him alive.
Yeah, I don't... Nothing's coming to mind.
Nope. Not even if Highborn Knight was available, would it be enough?
Highborn plus heals.
Yeah, he still dies.
Yeah. And the Dune Cavalry...
It is not what he needed.
No, sir. No matter where that Rhino goes.
Yep.
It is GG's.
And that is the game. CopperPitch moving on to round 3.
Taking it home. 2 games to 1.
As Bonk said, it is history. CopperPitch is here. He's excited. We're all hyped.
Again, I'm trying not to play favorites, but, as a Pods Unchained co-host and friend.
As a CopperPitch subscriber and friend, I too am excited. And here comes the Badger vs. Eagle again.
This is so sick, Cop. You got a sweet graphic there. You got a good graphic on your hands.
We've been arguing: is this a parallax or a cool GIF?
We've been up in arms about it. Wow! Big congratulations to CopperPitch, and a big shout out to CopperPitch for being so flexible in scheduling this out with us and making himself available. Big shouts to Lion Unchained as well for playing his part and giving us a hotly contested round 2 matchup.
Yeah, you gotta love when it goes all the way to the 3rd game.
Absolutely, back and forth. Copper, and that was a Copper comeback as well. Down 0-1, just infallible. This guy. Yeah, I'm expecting it now that he's got the monkey off of his back. Now that he's picked up a TS tournament.
Yeah, I think he might CopperPitch a perfect tournament from here.
Oh man, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it? Huh. Man, I am so thankful I woke up in time for this, and thankful for each and every one of you guys in the chat hanging out, keeping it lively. I appreciate it there. And this should be our final round 2 matchup that we do some live coverage and commentary for. But we will definitely have some featured matches going into round 3. As well as perhaps some new prediction games in the Discord. So if you haven't already, make sure you pop on in there. And I'd be remiss if I didn't plug Pods Unchained one last time. You just saw my co-host CopperPitch take home the victory 2-1 over Lion and move on to round 3 of the Souper TS tournament. Parting thoughts, Mudman? I'm just glad we got to see a great matchup today.
Yeah, real exciting game. 2 great players going all the way to the game 3. Yeah, just great to see it. Really happy that CopperPitch reached out and we were able to get the game going. Like Caution said before, thanks to Lion Unchained as well. And I'm real excited for the rest of the rounds.
Same here, man. Absolutely. And if you are, regardless of whether or not you're a participant in the TS tournament, if you find yourself with some free time tonight, make sure you head into CopperPitch's Discord, sign up for the Badger vs. Eagle event. I know we got a fresh one going on tonight, as we do every week.
Yeah, you saw the cool promo poster. You could be a part of this.
You could be a part of it. Team Badger or Team Eagle.
Badger.
Whatever.
Definitely Badger.
No, wherever you go, that's who you root for, obviously. But fun, entertaining, free to enter event held weekly in CopperPitch's Discord there. Make sure you go check that out. Yeah, no, just big shouts to everybody for hanging out, and keep your eyes peeled on the TST Discord for more streamcast announcements. And yeah, for my partner, the Mudman, I'm Caution Fun, and until next time, please
Yep,
take
see
it
you
easy,
later.
fellas.